All right, we back with another episode of the TNT podcast. This one's a little bit of a spur of the moment. Right now, I'm currently stuck in traffic, so we're just running a little impromptu podcast. So we hope y'all enjoy. Tyler, you go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah, a little spur of the moment thing. We're just hopefully we don't backtrack. Um, you know, I'd say the biggest news so far, not really a whole lot. They did name the field at Bryant Denny, after Nick Saban, so, give credit
Hey,
where credit's due. I I kind of figured they were going to do something for him. I mean, he's probably the greatest, if not he's probably I don't know if he's the greatest, but he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. I mean, he won two national. I mean, well, more than two, but he won a national championship at two different schools. Built a dynasty at Alabama. So, I mean, it was pretty much bound to happen at any point. I kind of thought they were going to do something with the stadium, but I guess the field is just as good. So, how do you feel about
well,
that? You being an Alabama fan?
I was going to say you got to think the stadium is named after another one of the greatest coaches in college football history, Brian Denny. So, it'd be hard to you know uh go above that. But I mean, I think the field is a nice gesture. I mean, he brought a lot to the culture of Alabama. He pretty much put them back in a position where they were a very dominant football team for a very long time, and I think that culture will continue. He's pretty much set the foundation there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
won, but people will still want to. It's still Alabama football at the end of the day.
yeah, I think it was like you said. I mean, it was bound to happen. They were going to give him something. I kind of thought that they might have threw him on the stadium, but it might be weird to call it Bryant Denny Saban Stadium when you can just say, Bryant Denny Saban Field. So I'm
Yep.
kind of curious what they're going to call it. Are they going to call it Bryant Denny? Are they going to say we're going to play at Saban Field? Because Texas A&M is Kyle Field.
Yeah.
So
See, it'll probably be Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be.
yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see how they swing all that. Um, but yeah, as far as college football, not a whole lot going on. One of LSU's DBs got arrested today. I don't know what in the world is going on with these athletes just pissing away their talent, but I won't say what he did. I mean, you can look it up. It's on ESPN. He was pretty stupid, in my opinion. I don't know if you even know what he did, but
No idea.
let's just say I don't know. I guess I can say it. I mean, all he videotaped something he shouldn't have with a woman, and she said no, and apparently he did it anyway.
Oh, see, that's the part where you add in allegedly,
Yeah,
because
alleged.
it's
No, he
alleged.
really did it. He done it once, and she caught him, and he never did it, and then he did it again. Apparently, supposedly, allegedly, you know, whatever. To each their own, I guess. Hey, do what you want to do, but now you're. I don't know if his football career is over because I don't know how you treat that.
Mm,
He is suspended after that. I don't know if he'll play. I don't know.
they might kick him off the team or who. There's really no. It's hard to say nowadays because there's a lot more leniency with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I don't really know. But as far as that, I mean, we're fixing to get into preseason, and not too long from now, should be a couple weeks, probably about a month, I would think. So you got anything you want to add or?
Honestly, I haven't. As far as the Patriots go, I haven't heard too much surrounding their whole situation with Drake May and everything. So I think they're probably just sticking with what they kind of said and kind of standing pat with that, just playing Jacoby Brissett, letting Drake May learn behind him, and yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd love to see them swing a big trade for like a star receiver, like maybe T Higgins or you know, yeah, I'd probably say T Higgins is probably about the best get for them right now. So I think that's
Yeah,
something they should definitely look into.
I think personally, I don't know if we touched on this in the other podcast. If we did, I'm sorry, but I think there is going to be some big trades. You know, I think Cowboys are moving on from Dak. I think somebody's going to overpay Dak.
Of course,
I don't know who it's.
they'll let him walk. They'll let him walk at the end. Well, it depends. I feel like if he goes to the Super Bowl and wins, they're not going to let him walk. They're going to extend him, of course.
Oh well,
But
yeah,
I think if it's anything short of a conference championship, I think just getting to the conference championship at least gets him a 1 year deal with them. But anything
but
less than that, they're gonna let him walk.
but with you doing that, with them doing that, they can't pay CeeDee Lamb. I don't think they've paid him yet. And then you got to
Yeah,
pay Micah Parsons, and you're gonna have to pay him a lot of
yeah,
money, 100 mil probably. So
yeah.
that's
You
two
gonna have
hundred
to.
million dollars between two people right there.
You gonna have to give CD Lamb over 100 mil too.
That's what I'm saying. Him 100 mil, and then Micah Parsons probably about 90 or 100 at least, because I mean he can back up. I mean he can back up what he says. Um, but yeah, I think they're letting him walk. They franchise tag T Higgins, so he will be there the remainder of the year unless they trade him for whatever.
Uh,
Um,
we didn't touch on Brandon Ayuk. Well, obviously
yeah,
because
you know,
he hadn't requested the trade at the time, but he did request the trade, and I think he wants to go to Washington.
I think so too. I mean, he played with Jaden Daniels in college. They obviously have the money to give him.
Yeah,
They're not paying anybody. I think that'd be perfect. Him and it would take the pressure off of Terry McLaurin too,
for
because
sure.
away from him, I mean, they got a few people, but not big names like Brandon Ayuk. But
Yeah, I think.
I think a lot of people got him going to places that just aren't going to happen. Like he's not going to go to the Jets. That can't. They don't have enough money because he's getting 100 mil himself.
Well, if you think about it, that probably could be a reality because who else are they really paying that much money?
Well, they're paying Aaron Rodgers.
Okay,
They just signed Mike Williams. They're going to have to extend Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson.
which I think
They just signed. Didn't they just sign a big defensive player?
uh, that I do not know.
They brought in
Even if
Trent
they
Williams. I know that wasn't cheap.
wait, they did what
Brought in Trent Williams,
from
or
the
not Trent
49ers?
Williams. Uh,
Oh, okay. So I
Tyron
was,
Smith, I think.
okay, okay, yeah. No, I think they did pay him pretty good because I mean he's one of the premier like tackles. So
So, yeah,
hmm.
I think he's either going to Washington or the Chargers. Those are the only two places that make sense.
Yeah, I see the point you're making now. Yeah, that's true. Um,
Because I mean, Brandon Ayuk is still young, so I mean, he's got a lot of gas in the tank. I mean, he really never really got abused like that because I mean, he
they were abusing Debo.
yeah, I mean that now they have now they have him. They just signed Ricky Parasol, so I mean they really don't need him.
Honestly, I think he just had to understand from his standpoint, he doesn't offer as much as Debo did. So if they were
Yep.
gonna let anybody go, it was gonna be him.
Now it would be different if this was Justin Jefferson we were talking about.
Yeah, of
Ayuk
course.
wasn't coming out here getting, 1,500, 1,700, 1,800 yards.
Yeah.
Now, if he's getting that, we're having a different conversation here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Debo does get hurt a lot because of the way that they use him. But I understand. Go get your money. Screw it. Get your money. Get all you
Yeah.
can while you can. Why not? I mean, I don't think it hurts the 49ers too bad because, I mean, unless Debo got hurt, I mean, when Debo got hurt, they sucked.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you could
did.
tell that they really, really needed him. So I don't know if that's just on, I don't know if Debo is just that good or if Purdy just needs Debo that bad.
I
I
think
think
it's.
a little bit of both.
I was gonna say the same. It's probably a little bit of both, just because he's a bigger part of that offense, and obviously with him not in, with him out or missing, it takes away a lot of targets. It takes away a lot of comfortability for Brock Purdy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen right now. I think they're going to wait till obviously probably the trade. So with that being said, if I'm Brandon Ayuk, do I play?
I would.
I probably wouldn't either.
I mean, we failed to come to an agreement on a contract extension. I'm not gonna come out here and wear and tear my body for a whole nother full season.
For
And
somebody that doesn't even want me, yeah.
I wouldn't even necessarily say they didn't want him. I think there's two sides to a story. He was probably asking for more than what they wanted to give him, and he wasn't going to settle, even though I think he just feels like he could go anywhere else and put up big numbers, which is hard to say.
He could at Washington or the Chargers because they don't have anybody. He'd probably do really well in LA. With Justin Herbert, he'd probably do really well.
I think Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are probably the best situation because they need a number two, which I like Dotson, but I mean, you get a more veteran receiver if you get
See,
IU.
that might be the problem because you're going to give Ayuk 100 mil. He's going to be number one, and Terry's going to have to be number two.
No, no, I think it's still understood that he's not going to be number one over there. Scary Terry is clearly the number one receiver over there. Even if IU comes over there, it basically be the same situation. He's not going to be the number one guy if he goes to Washington because I mean they got a guy who is pretty good in that
Yeah,
role.
yeah, he can't help there. They ain't had a quarterback. Um, that leads me to speaking of sitting out. We're getting towards the preseason. Would you play? I mean,
If if I'm any premier player like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, any of those guys who've been in the league for quite some time now and they're considered veterans, I'm not playing. I may play like a series, I may play a couple snaps, but no, that's it. A couple snaps or one series, and that's it. I'm done for the preseason. Hell, some guys don't even play the whole preseason, and nobody even cares. Like it's the preseason. That's for like your practice squad guys and your guys who are looking to make a roster spot. Your premier guys who are vital parts of your team. I get it. You want to get them reps and get them ready, for when the season actually ramps up and gets going. But there's a lot of freak accidents that happen in football. I'd rather it happen during the season than in the preseason.
yeah. Oh, the way I look at it, my quarterback isn't playing. My running back and my backup running back are not playing. If you're vital, I would say my whole starting offense, you're not playing. I
If I'm
don't
the
care.
coach, I'll make it optional. Look, if you want to play a series or a couple
Yeah, be my
snaps, by
guest.
all means, yeah, do that. But Other than that, no, you're not. No, sit on the bench, cheer on your teammates. Like you can come in street clothes if you want to. You don't got to play. Don't dress or none of that. This is just for the guys who are looking to make a spot on the team, looking to make the practice squad, that kind of thing.
Yeah, man, I agree. I would say that. I agree with that. Like you said, hey, I gave you $300 million. You're not playing in this. My
Yeah, like
starting
Justin
quarterback
Jefferson.
is not playing.
Justin Jefferson, I wouldn't even play him at all in the preseason, especially with the
No,
way he was getting hurt last season. No, you don't even touch the field. Come, and you can sit at
come in
home if you want.
shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah,
Watch us from the house. Like just don't. No.
you can watch us from the locker room or the press box with your family.
Yeah, like yeah, no.
No, yeah, no, him. There ain't no way I'm putting Patrick Mahomes out there. He's way too valuable. Now, some people like I'm not gonna lie to you. Kirk Cousins, if I'm Atlanta, I think he might have to play.
Yeah,
I
he would
gotta, I
benefit,
gotta see.
but I don't think he's gonna be able to though. I don't. He might not even. I don't even think he's gonna play when the season starts. If you want me to be real.
Yeah, he did get hurt towards the end of the year, didn't he?
Yeah. So his time.
Or
I
it
don't.
was like mid.
They haven't said anything on his timetable though, so I don't really know what that looks like realistically. But I get what you're saying though. New guys in new situations and like younger guy like Bryce Young, he definitely gonna need some preseason, like at least one preseason game, maybe
Yeah,
like a few series or something.
yes,
But
not every game, but
yeah,
like he
obviously
needs
you're.
like Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. If I'm the Patriots, Drake May's playing. Maybe not a lot. The first game, yeah, I got to see what you can do. If you get in there and start getting banged around and banged up, oh yeah, I'm pulling you out.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, rookies, yeah, they got to play. I think they got to play. But see, I don't know the health of Daniel Jones. Are you really going to put Malik Neighbors with whoever? Who they got? Drew Lock? You really going to put Malik in there with him? Maybe for a few snaps, but yeah, there's no way. If I'm the Baltimore Ravens, yeah, Lamar ain't playing, Derrick Henry ain't playing, Mark Andrews ain't playing. None of my starting offense is playing. I don't care. They can get mad. They can do whatever they want to do. Complain, whatever they want. You're not playing.
yeah. No, I wouldn't play any of it. Like I said, high profile guys, top tier guys. I'm not. Y'all won't see. If you want to do a snap, cool. But if it had to be my option, nah, y'all don't gotta play. Let's just let the guys who are really actually trying to make the team get the meaningful preseason snaps. Because I mean, at least they got to say they got to play NFL preseason football if they don't make the team, and it's a great experience if they go to like another league or something.
Yeah. And it gives them more experience. Once we get to like the third game, it's people you ain't even never heard of.
Oh yeah, yeah. You looking at like practice squad guys by the time you get to that third, fourth game.
Yeah, those are the people that are trying to make the team. So you're going to see crazy plays. You're probably going to see a lot of kickoff returns, crazy stuff like that, trick plays, stuff like that. If I'm one person that I know ain't playing, Joe Burrow ain't even coming anywhere near the field.
Oh yeah, no, especially with his history. Nah, absolutely not.
Yeah, like you said, maybe a few series, maybe a series.
I'll tell
Get
you what, if he comes in, you can come in and hand the ball off, and then you go to the sideline.
yeah, you know, um, yeah. The way I would do it, my quarterback ain't playing. My running back isn't playing. My backup running back is not going to play, just in case. He might play a little bit. That way he can get some reps. But he's not playing. All three of my starting receivers are not pretty much my whole offense. Now defense, might be a little bit different. I might let them guys play a little bit more because on the defensive side, yeah, they get hurt, but it's not as much as bad.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Just because it's all the same. I mean, anybody can get hurt at any given time. And like I said, I'd rather have my players get hurt during the season versus the
Yeah,
preseason. Because,
meaningful. It's meaningful.
yeah, the preseason doesn't mean anything. So if I have my star player get hurt in the preseason because I elected to let him play or take a snap or do whatever, and he just like, let's say I got Patrick Mahomes in there just handing the ball off, and he goes to hand the ball off and just ruptures his Achilles, then I'm on the hot seat because I let him do it. I'm good. I'd rather just avoid that whole situation and get hurt during the season, not in the preseason, because it means I wouldn't necessarily say
Because
it means more, but it's different. It doesn't not mean anything.
I've seen where Chicago is considering not playing Caleb Williams. Now, and to an extent, I can understand that. I may not like him, but I can understand that. They think that this guy is their franchise. They don't want to risk him out there getting hurt.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd play his ass. Oh, sorry. I'd play him in the preseason.
I think you have to.
He has to understand what he's kind of not necessarily getting himself into, but he has to get up to speed with live
Like
action
these,
NFL
some of these
football.
guys have been in the league longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, so
I mean,
he
some of
has
these
to
guys
like
are 15, 13, 15-year-old veterans that it's not like you're going to come out there and show them something they've never seen before.
exactly. So like I said, I say he needs at least one
A
game.
game. Yeah, a game.
Not even a full game. Just let him give him like maybe a half or
And
a first quarter, like maybe half of a first quarter, something like that, to where he kind of gets adjusted to that speed. Because if you don't play him at all and he gets into that first game of the season, it's gonna be a long season for him. That's all I'm gonna say.
and like I said, if he gets out there and he starts getting hit or sacked a bunch or sacked a few times, yeah, hey, I gotta take you out, man. We gotta figure some stuff out on this offensive line. I can't have you out here getting hurt.
Oh, wow.
Same goes
Yeah,
for I think Bo Nix. I think he's got to play. I think he's got to show people what he can do.
yeah,
Uh, Jaden Daniels, I think he'll play. I don't think he'll play a whole lot. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, if my franchise is in you or on you, oh yeah, you're not touching the field. I'm sorry. You can demand a trade or whatever you want. Like if I'm T Higgins, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't play. You want to be traded. You don't want to get out here and get hurt in the preseason because then you ain't getting nothing.
yeah. That's true.
Same goes for Brandon Ayuk. Why would I play? If I'm him, I would probably play. I'd still play because you don't want to sit out. Look what happened to Le'Veon Bell. He sat out a year and wasn't the same.
Yeah,
So I think you have to play. That way you can just stay in shape, you stay in rhythm, and then if they trade you to wherever, they just trade you. It is what it is. It's not like you got to go out there and just put up 2,000 yards because they're trading you.
yeah,
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that. I'm excited. I'm ready for football.
yeah,
Um, a little off topic here. I want to touch on a few things. We do plan on going live. Me and Tavius, we've been talking. We think what we're gonna do is go live the week before the start of the season. We're gonna do once a month live on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whichever one. We might do all three. Just try to see where getting the most viewers or most interactions or something like that. So be on the lookout for that for sure.
Yeah.
Our
It's
schedules are
just
a little conflicting. We're not really on the same page on schedule right now. So, um, we're just trying to, get everything together and try to make it as organized as we possibly can.
yeah, just a lot of life stuff. I mean, that's natural. It happens, but we're committed to this, so we'll make it happen the best that we can. And just for everybody that's listening or listened so far up to this point, just we appreciate it. Just um continue to keep listening in. If you like something a lot, just let us know. Comment what you'd like to hear more of, what you want to, what you want us to touch on. Maybe there's some sports we're not getting into that we might need to be looking at, something like that. Oh, speaking of sports, real quick, NBA, Olympic basketball. USA has scraped by in these last two games, and it is kind of crazy because everybody was saying that these guys are like they were trying to compare them to like the dream team. I think that's kind of insane because they struggled the last couple games, which I know they're just like, we're gearing up, getting ready to go into like, real deal Olympic tournament basketball. But at the same time, like it's a little concerning that they struggled these last two games against teams they really shouldn't have struggled against. So, do I think they can win gold? Absolutely. Will that happen?
Oh
We will
no,
find out.
because like you just said, they were struggling.
Yeah. So,
So
but yeah, I think that's all we got for this little impromptu podcast for y'all. But we'll be back again. Um, just again, we're still working towards our 100 followers across all our social media streams, which is TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
yeah,
Again, we
we're gonna
do have
start.
our podcast back up on YouTube too. So just
Yeah.
um, be on the lookout for all
All right.
that. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much don't got nothing else for y'all. So we'll wrap it up and we'll get out of here. We'll catch y'all next time.